Hey, Mystic family, Mystic Unigon here, and welcome to a very special Wednesday Wonderings, my 300 plus supporter celebration. So I asked for questions from you guys, and this is what I got. So don't worry, if you didn't get a chance to ask me a question, this will happen again. We'll do another one of these when I hit 400 plus, if I reach that. So, for the first question and person, No More Lies asks, what's your favorite song from the 80s, 90s, then 2000s? I can't give favorite songs, because that changes, constantly with me. Plus, I was born in the early 80s, so music wasn't really an influence to me, except maybe when in the late 80s, if that. But the first type of music I was into was country music. I was not allowed to listen to rock. That was just the rule of the house. So I basically got into country first. I didn't have a favorite song. I just loved a lot of the artists like Garth Brooks, Shania Twain, Travis Tritt, all those. And honestly, I sometimes miss those songs because I found my old country station that I listened to on the radio has the newer stuff now, and there's very rarely any of the original stuff I grew up with, and I cannot find another station. It kind of upsets me, because I miss the old stuff. But, so Dad and I would listen to that, and sing along with that in the car. A lot of those songs. And we would, when we got a satellite dish, we had country music television, so some of the videos on that back then were amazing. I think my all-time favorite was Shania Twain's Don't Be Stupid, You Know I Love You, because they river danced on the stage and there was water on the stage and it was splashing everywhere. It had the most awesome effects. I could say that was one of my favorite songs. After that, in the 90s, I got more into Christian music, because we went to church, and our church was not your hymn church, because, I've heard those, but it's I didn't really like hymns that much. It was more the worship music, and then through that, I found out about the Christian rock music. And even then, I didn't have a favorite song. There were just way too many good ones out there, and there still is. I just loved a lot of bands. I did go to some Christian concert events, so I got to see some of them. Unfortunately, not all of them. But a couple of my favorite bands, and one that still is, Newsboys. I know they do mostly worship, but their stuff's still amazing. The Orange County Supertones, which I don't think they're a band anymore, but their original stuff was awesome and it was fun. DC Talk, bands like that. And even now, I'm into still some of those types of bands. I have stuff kind of mixed up on my Pandora playlist. So 2000s, still pretty much the same. And like I said, as far as favorite songs go, that's always changing for me, because even when I'm listening to Pandora, and every once in a while a new song will pop on and be like, ooh, I like this. Who's this? And it'll either be one of the encouraging songs from Zayd Wolf or The Score, or one of those that I end up really liking, and I'll thumbs up it so it stays on my list. And they've also snuck some of the older rock in there, which back then I wasn't allowed to listen to, which I didn't understand why, but now I like it because after meeting my boyfriend, he got me into the old Metallica stuff, Ozzy Osbourne, AC/DC, stuff like that. And that's popped on my Pandora playlist, and I'm like, ooh, adding. So, like, my Pandora list is a complete mix of Christian rock, encouraging stuff, and old, like, classic rock. So it's a fun mix. And, like I said, every once in a while they'll throw in something new, and I'm just like, yeah. Question number 2, person number 2. Hannah the Kitty Lover asks, how old are you because you look like you're 20 or something? No, I'm unfortunately 37. I'm getting very close to 40. And I'm feeling it, unfortunately. If I could quit Walmart, I probably wouldn't feel it anymore. And I definitely look younger when I dye my hair to cover up the grays, because that's a problem. And the dark circles under my eyes when I put cover stick on, so you can't see those. Number 3, Marina Guardian. What is your favorite type of music? So, back to the first question. Pretty much anything encouraging, still some of my Christian rock and worship music. I like pretty much anything. The only types I really don't like are hip-hop and, well, certain ones. Like, I've heard bands, like, that other people have listened to at work, and I'm just like, that is really annoying. But that's just me, and I don't like rap either, because most of that is negative. Except for, like, Christian rap, obviously, because there is some of that, and it's cool. One music I could never stand. I respect the people because they have the voice for it, but I absolutely can't stand opera music for some reason. The only place that's good is The Fifth Element. She also asked, what is something you enjoy doing? I like being outside when it's nice out, obviously, because a lot of my videos are done outside. I like doing a lot of things. The only thing I don't get to do that I'd like to do is actually hang out with people outside of work, because I really have no IRL friends. At least not like I used to. But I love nature, so that always is enjoyable, as long as it's not ridiculously humid outside. As long as it's nice and breezy and pleasant out. Okay, number 4. Burus Jeebus has a few questions, which is good. Number 1, do you play any video games? Yes, I do. Mostly World of Warcraft. And I have a whole bunch on my Steam wishlist that I'd like to eventually get, and some of them are play with other people. And then, if so, what's your favorite genre? And I'm like, I don't know. I like story games, but the only thing that sucks about them is once the story's over, you're just like, okay. But if you kind of think about it, an MMO, since that's what World of Warcraft is, every character you make on that is kind of their own little story. And yeah, it's a grind, and you're doing a lot of the same stuff over and over again, but hey, it becomes relaxing then, and that's kind of what that is for me. So yeah, if you think about it, you have multiple characters, multiple stories. And they really don't stop. New expansion comes out, you go to another set of areas and levels and whatever. And learn different stories from whatever, they decide to throw in there. On the NPCs, the friendly ones, anyway. He also asks, what do you plan to achieve as a creator? And do you have a goal? On here, not what it was when I started. I'm just gonna leave this here. I don't really focus on a goal, because every time I want something bites me in the butt, and I'm always disappointed. what I would like, number one, is to reach out to a lot more people in my relatable stuff. And that it, that it helps somebody. As far as having a goal, it's more of, I would really, really like to eventually reach 1,000. But I am very, very doubtful that that will ever happen. At least not in my lifetime. Because I've already said, hey, I'll dab when I hit 1,000, because I think dabbing is, I don't know, it's goofy, and it's one of those things, like, I see everybody doing it, and I'm like, I have no incentive to do that. If I hit 1,000, I will dab. I will do, actually, that is another one of that is actually a goal. If I hit 1,000, since they screwed me over on that one, I will do live stream from the app, and I will dab. So that answers his second question, or his last question. What is something you'd like to do as a YouTuber that you can't? And that's IRL live streams from my phone. We were able to do them before, but for some reason I couldn't mod anyone. Now I can see why. So that kind of destroyed my incentive to ever stream on YouTube, unless I hit 1,000. Like I said, that happening, psh, I will literally have a heart attack if that happens. Because I highly doubt that it will. I'm not good enough. It is what it is. I don't do gaming that much. So it's probably never gonna happen. But whatever. Okay, number 5. It's a Trap Productions asks, what is the first video game you've ever played? Woo, baby, this goes back. Because I'm an old fart. Okay, think about the time frame when the Atari was around. There was another system called the Intellivision. Wasn't as popular as the Atari. It was more, I guess, for us poor people. And there was a race car game on that, which I still have the cartridge. I just don't have the system because my cousins broke it. And I never replaced it. Now, I know you can get them cheap on eBay, and I'm just never have the extra $15 or whatever it is to just up and buy one and play it again. Plus, I'm not sure where my cartridge went. It's in a box somewhere, but I would definitely play it again if I could. But it was basically, the cars were moving at different paces, and your car had to go around them without crashing into them and see how far you could get. It was hard. It was actually really hard. I was not that good at it. The game that I liked better on that system was a battle tank game, and you're like just basically on this big flat field, and you have one player on this side, one player on this side, and you're trying to hit each other, but you're also trying to avoid getting hit. And Dad and I would play that together. It was fun. It was actually a lot of fun. So those were my first video games, way before we even got a computer. Okay, other questions. What does your dream life look like? Meaning you've accomplished your major goals. If my dreams ever come true, I'll have met Mark Hamill. I mean, I could go through that entire list again, but I'm not going to, but he's probably like number 1 on there. Also, having a decent house, being able to have cats, at least a couple, maybe a dog or 2. Like, I kind of really want a corgi, they're just so adorable. And full-time streamer, obviously, and partnered, obviously, on Twitch. And also still writing and having my poetry published, and my books that are in my head, and that's pretty much where they're stuck right now. And last but not least, he asked, what's your favorite dessert? And I'm gonna have to say cheesecake. And not just any old cheesecake. It has to be from the Cheesecake Factory. So if any of you have never eaten there before, if you live overseas and you ever come here, get a piece. They are $8 a slice, but it legit melts in your mouth. It is so freaking amazing. I like their key lime one, and I think I've gotten the Oreo cookie one, or whatever it was, or cookies and cream one. Now, the key lime's a bit on the tart side, so, like, if you like sour tart stuff, you'll enjoy that one. Number 6, Ooter Dooter has to ask the most disgusting question. Do you stand up to wipe after pooping or stay sitting down? I stay sitting down. And for number 7, Hellkill96 Gamer asks, why are you so amazing? I am not amazing. I'm not even close. And I don't think I ever will be. Like, I couldn't even grow this channel by myself. I legit had help. And I feel like I'm just gonna be stuck below the 1K line for the rest of my life. But that's just me tearing myself down anyway. And she also asks, how does it feel to vlog? Vlogging is, she said she tried it and failed. Well, vlogging, I don't want to go into deep detail on vlogging. Like, I could just do a whole video on that if you guys want me to. If you're on Facebook, you'll know that you have those friends on Facebook that will literally post something every time they're doing something. It's lunchtime, I'm eating this, and then there's a picture of it. Now I'm taking an afternoon nap. Now it's dinner time, and I'm eating this. And it's like, I don't care what you do every freaking 10 minutes of your day. That is annoying. Don't ever be like that, because those kind of people drive me up the wall. Like, nobody cares. It's like, oh my god, just record it then. If you're gonna put it on Facebook, just make videos of it. Maybe somebody will watch it, or do a podcast. I don't know. Just vlogging, channel updates, shout outs. I mean, pretty much anything can be used as a vlog. I mean, like, hey, what other games do you want me to, you know, play or stream or whatever? Like, ask questions. Like, Theater and Gaming Mechanic has those, Jason has those questions every day, like a couple of them at least. And it kind of gets you thinking. Like, obviously, I watch most of them, but I can't always answer. Because, like, sometimes I don't really have an answer. Sometimes they're hard to answer. But it's like, just think of random things that you want to talk about. Something relatable. Something, I mean, it could even be something personal that you feel might help somebody. Like, a vlog could be really anything. Anything you want it to be. I mean, think of podcasts. They're basically, a podcast is basically an extended vlog. Which is like an hour and some odd minutes. Maybe even longer than that. Like, most of the ones from Good Mythical Morning I listen to are like over an hour. So when I was overnight, I would listen to them while I was working. Instead of music sometimes. So it's just like, vlogging, just talk about anything you want to talk about. Something that interests you, and then, you know, ask at the end of it, like, does anybody else like that? I mean, like, it could really be anything you want it to be. Just, and, okay, yeah, you can do, like, a video on food, but, like, make it a cooking video. Like, this is my favorite recipe, and this is how, and then either explain how you do it, or actually have it set up in your kitchen while you're making it. Or you could stream it that way, which would be fun. Of course, I can't do it in this kitchen because there's just no space to do it properly. If I had a real house, a real kitchen, I would do that in a heartbeat. Like, my favorite recipe, which, well, I made video on, but being able to talk to people while I'm making it would be a lot more fun. But anyway, I will leave this here. Those are all the questions I got. Like I said, don't worry if you didn't get a chance. There will be another one of these when I hit 400 plus. So, until then, if then ever happens, think about it, and I will see you in the next one.